No, it's fine. I didn't just record this entire video just to realize I was out of focus. It's fine. This video is gonna sound really passive aggressive, and I totally don't mean for it to be. I was just on the phone with my mom, and I realized we were saying lots of good things, so I thought we could have a conversation. This is basically another video about toxic relationships, but this one's just gonna be a lot less aggressive and a lot less clapping. In fact, I think no clapping. I think I've evolved. Basically, a little fight started with a friend, and it blew into this thing that it didn't need to be. It's the most immature, stupid fight ever. The level of unprofessionalism. But it turned into something big for me because in the middle of it, I realized a thing. Basically, I realized that I am no longer willing to sacrifice my happiness in order to make someone feel bigger or more important. Now, I love this person and I care about this person and I want this person to feel important. I want to boost their self-esteem, but in a way that maintains a mutual level of respect and care for each other. I feel like these are currently lacking from our relationship, and that's not something that needs to exist at all. That's not normal. And it can be so hard to recognize these problems because that requires you being really honest with yourself and how you allow other people to treat you, and that brings in a whole different conversation about self-worth. And B, it's hard because attempting to bring any sort of reconciliation with that person can be difficult, especially if that person is used to you boosting them up. They can see it as you tearing them down because they're obviously going to feel a bit justified in their treatment of you. They're obviously going to see this as the norm because you've let it go on for so long. So they're going to think you're maybe just hormonal or projecting or just, why is this all of a sudden a problem? It's never been a problem. Like, are you crazy? No, you're just growing up and realizing that you are important and you are to be valued, and that's a good thing. They should respect you for that and they should encourage you in that. I think that sometimes we think it's a necessary sacrifice we have to make because maybe that person, won't like us as much if we start to limit their behavior or if we tell them they're wrong, and if we start to demand these certain things of them, then they're not going to want to put up with it. But listen, demanding respect from other human beings is normal. Expecting to be cared for in kindness from friends is normal. If someone in your life makes you feel bad for expecting those basic things from them, then that friendship or relationship is toxic. And if someone makes you feel bad for expecting that of them after you've explained this, then that person is selfish, probably manipulative, and not someone that you need to give power to any longer. Whether that means creating distance or severing ties altogether, whatever you want for the relationship, short or long term, it depends, but it's something that needs to be addressed and it's something that needs to be evaluated, however uncomfortable, because you are worth so much more than that. For me currently, I am just choosing not to dwell on it a whole bunch. Like, it's gonna turn out the way it's gonna turn out, so I'm just going to go about my life and sip coffee and go to class and take notes and bury myself in the script that I have to finish and all the pre-production plans for it. Oh, okay, now I'm actually just stressed out. But people will stay if they want to stay. If you're of value to them, then they will treat you like you have value. And if not, then it's a lesson in letting go. There's something I saw on Tumblr that says if you're not growing apart from things and people and places, then you are not growing up. And I'm just trying to make that a mantra because letting go of things and people and places can be very scary. Change, as I've said so many times on this channel, can be really scary, especially when it's things that you hold very dear, but it is growing up. It kind of sucks.